The name of the story is The Selfish Giant. Now, once upon a time, there was a giant who lived in a big and tall and beautiful castle. And outside his castle was a very big garden. The garden had soft green grass, tall and short trees, beautiful colorful flowers, and birds chirping, chirp, 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 and the bees buzzing, buzz, 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 and the butterflies fluttering over the flowers. And the giant loved his garden. He loved walking in his garden. He loved smelling the flowers. He loved listening to the chirp, chirp of birds. He loved chasing the butterflies. And the garden made him so happy. Now one day, the giant had to go and visit someone. So he went away. Now while the giant was away, there were a few children who were playing outside the castle wall. And one of the littlest boy, he saw a little hole in the garden wall. And he said, "Dekho, dekho, andar kitna sundar garden hai. Look friends, there's a beautiful garden inside. Trees, flowers, butterflies, birds, fruits, green grass. The road here is so dry and dusty. It's no fun playing here. The cars and the trucks are rushing. Maza nahi aata bahar khelne mein. Should we go inside?" All the children said, "Chalo, chalo, andar chalte hain, let's go inside." Now the hole was not very big, but it was big enough for the little children to crawl through. So all the little children, one by one, crawled through a little hole and came inside. And inside the garden, they rolled on the green grass. They smelled the flowers. They chased the butterflies. They climbed up the trees. And they had a lot of fun. And every day the children now came to play in the garden, crawling through the little hole in the garden wall. But one day, the giant came back.
But what are the children saying?
And he saw the children in his garden. "Who are you? This is my garden." The little children got scared and they all gathered together. "We just came to play here. The road outside is so dry and dusty. There is no green grass there. No flowers. No butterflies. No trees to climb on." "This is my garden. I don't like sharing that which is mine. Why did you come here? Go away. This is mine to have and mine to enjoy." The little children got so scared that they quickly went outside. They all went outside. They were so scared with the giant's mad anger that they went outside. And then he fixed the hole in his garden wall and he put up a board outside. "Trespassers will be punished. Trespassers will be punished." Which means if you come inside the castle and the garden without asking me, you Now punish means आपको you can dart person, you can get a scolding, you can be hit. I will do something bad to you. Yeah. So will be punished. डांट पड़ेगी, गुस्सा होगा, पिटाई भी हो सकते हैं. That is. Now the children got scared. Now very soon the birds all went away from the garden. The flowers all dried up and went away. And the flowers went away. So the butterflies also went away. And the bees also went away. And the leaves shed. And soon the giant's garden was covered with snow. Because it was winter. And the giant's garden was covered with snow. There was no green grass. There were no birds. There were no butterflies. There were no bumblebees. And everything was dry, dull, white and grey. Just like the giant's heart. The giant's heart was not warm. It would not give love to anybody. So the garden was also empty and cold and dull and grey like his heart. And the giant who loved his garden now was lonely. There was no sound of the chirp, chirp. No flowers to smell. No leaves, no grass. Everything was white and dull, and the giant was sad. Now one day, while the giant was in his castle, he saw and he heard a little boy crying. Now the giant peeped. क्या हुआ? किसका आवाज है? And he saw a little boy. So he was inside and he ran outside. And now the giant had not seen anybody, had not met anybody, had not heard anybody for so many months that this time he was not mean. He was not rude. He said, "What happened, little boy?" I just want to climb on the tree. Oh, don't worry. And the giant picked up the boy and put him, let's see if we can. Yesterday we could. And put him on the tree. Yeah. And he put him on the tree and the boy was so happy. And the boy was happy and even the giant was happy. And with that, what did the giant see? The first leaf started sprouting on the tree. And the giant thought, because I would not share, there was coldness and dryness and dullness in my garden. The giant at once went outside. He picked up the board and put it in his backyard. And then he called the little children. Little children, you may come inside and play. And the little children were so happy. They rushed inside the garden. And the moment they came inside, what did they see? Winter went away. Winter went away. And the tree started sprouting with green leaves. And the flowers came back. Chirp, chirp, chirp. And the birds came back. And the birds came back, and the flowers came back, and the bumblebees came back. back and the butterflies came back, and the garden was again a beautiful place. The grass was green, the butterflies were fluttering, the birds were chirp, chirp, chirping. And the children were happy, and they were rolling in the grass, and they were jumping, and they were singing songs. And this time, instead of being angry, the giant joined them. And he played with them. And now he was not lonely anymore, because he had these little friends, and he had the birds and the butterflies and the flowers. And the giant knew what had to be done. And every time the children came to his garden, he sang a little song. What song did he sing? It's ours and you can have some. It's ours and you can have some. With you I'd like to share it, 'cause if I share it with you, we all have some. It's ours and you can have some. With you I'd like to share it, as if I share it with you, we all have some. And the giant knew that when he shared, he brought joy and happiness to everybody. And the children were happy, and the giant was happy, and they were never lonely again.
But you didn't say that he made a circle.
The end.